Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we'll listen to a story from the subreddit, Am I the A-hole? The story is from user AgitatedHealth4692. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my best friend on a girls trip? I, 22-year-old female, and my girls go on a girls trip every December since we all have breaks from uni. We're a group of 6 girls and we have been doing this since we were 18. We weren't able to go last year because of COVID. My best friend, 21 female, has a 14-month-old son. Since her son was born, we haven't had a day alone with her, which I guess is understandable because she's a new mom. We tried to include in all the plans we had since having her child, but noticed she would always ask if we could change what the plan was to accommodate her baby coming too. This meant the plan almost always was a coffee shop. I genuinely didn't mind changing all the plans to be more child-friendly, and just assumed she couldn't get her man or parents to watch her baby for a while. I called her a few weeks ago and asked if she wanted to come to a club with us, and she asked if we'd go to a coffee shop instead, so she could bring her baby. I asked if there was no one who could watch her baby. She lives with her husband, who works from home, and her in-laws. To which she replied that she'll feel insane mom guilt if she goes to a club and leaves her baby at home. I said I understood, but that I really needed a night out, but we could do a coffee the next day. She texted me the following day asking why I had such a big problem having her child around. I was baffled because I'm the one constantly changing plans to accommodate her son, but I asked her to understand me for one night. I really need a night out and I didn't want to be in a coffee shop. She sounded agitated by my reasoning, but left it at that. Now, the girls' trip is coming in a week. I didn't really tell her about the trip because I knew she couldn't come alone, but she heard it from another friend. She jokingly asked why I didn't invite her, to which I laughed off because it felt awkward. I told her she was welcome to come, as always, and I would love to have her there. I thought the call was an indication that she would come alone. She called the next day to ask if the resort we were staying at was child-friendly. I said it wasn't, as we were looking for a more club atmosphere, and that was what it was. She then said she couldn't make it then if I wasn't going to properly accommodate her son in the activities we do. I said I understand and that I'm sorry. I got a call from her older sister last night calling me all sorts of names because I didn't want my best friend's son to come on a girls trip and that I was being childish. I'm genuinely still in such shock and don't know how to even type what I'm feeling right now. We haven't had proper fun together in ages because it's either we're too busy caring for my best friend's baby or a few of us were missing because of COVID, etc. This is the first time we've all been together since we graduated undergrad and started our masters. We've been having hectic years and just wanted one carefree holiday. So, am I the a-hole for wanting our annual girls trip to actually be a girls trip? Edit. I tried to hint once that I wanted my birthday a few months ago to be just us, but she laughed it off and made a joke about how her and her son are attached by the hip and she couldn't leave him. She asked if we could minimize how much alcohol there was going to be so she could bring her son. Wow, that woman has some serious abandonment issues that she needs to sort out before she loses all of her friends. So let's just jump into the comments and see what others think. Here's our first comment. Not the a-hole. Her having a child doesn't mean the rest of you all have to change your lifestyle. She made a choice and has to live with that choice. Or she could not act crazy and just let someone else watch her son for an evening. Not the a-hole. OP, stop hinting and say directly that you want to hang out with your friend as an adult and only as adults. You love her son, enjoy the time, but you and she need adult time. Your friend may not respond to this well, but unless you want to only hang out with her son, then this is really your only option. If you continue as you have, you'll just get the same results. Good luck. It honestly sounds like she's jealous you're still living the life she had pre-baby, but she's too anxious to take time for herself. Not the a-hole. Absolutely. But I would try to gently encourage her to seek some mental health support. It's not good for her or the baby that they're never apart. I have 3 kids and find it really weird. I'd never ask to bring my kid on a vacation like that. I'm not sure why she's not getting it or why her husband won't watch the baby. Whether that's her decision or not, it's okay if you all drift apart. She's not treating you very fair, to be honest. And Opie replies, it's weird to me too because I have a lot of people in my life who are parents and none of them are like this. We have another friend who has twins and she met with us at a friend's birthday party recently. My friend couldn't make it because it was at a bar, but she FaceTimed me later that night after seeing the pictures on Instagram and asked why the other mom friend was there without her child. Like, moms are allowed to live lives outside of their children. And replied to OP, wow, she really FaceTimed and asked about someone making a different choice than her, not having her kid around all the time. Do you remember what she said to that and how she responded? Yeah, I'd be very interested about that too. OP responds, I looked at her confused and said that the child had another parent to care for them, and she laughed like I cracked a joke and changed the topic. Oh wow, she's really delusional. So most, if not all, the comments I'm seeing are saying not the a-hole, so let's jump into the update now. Update. So, for anyone who read my previous post and shared their advice, thank you, and here's an update. So, we went on our girls trip and had the best week we had since before COVID started. We all kind of chose not to speak about the issue with our friend and just had a good time. And sort out the issue when we got back home. The day after we got back, I texted my best friend and asked if we could come over and see her and her son, and also to deliver the gifts we had gotten during the trip. She read the message and hadn't replied for 3 days. I called her husband just to ask if she was okay, and he said she was, and he doesn't know why she wasn't responding to me. Anyway, I decided not to double text as I didn't want to nag her. She texted back after 3 days with an essay-like response explaining how disappointed she felt that I thought she would give up days of motherhood just to drink and be a skank. Good to know what she thinks of us then, LOL. So that's that, I guess. Best friends since year 4, and this is how our friendship has ended. Still baffled, to be honest, but maybe it was for the best. Hoping I'll see the good in this one day. Thank you so much to everyone that responded, and Happy New Year, lovies. Now back to the comments. Sorry this happened to you. The thing is that it was her choice to have a baby at quite a young age. She should have realized that her friends without kids are still going to be the young, fun party people that they were before she had a kid. She shot herself in the foot long term. Very silly, but at least you can all move on without worrying about her. She's chosen to focus entirely on her baby, forgetting she needs a life of her own too. Not much you could do about that. And one final comment. Most people grow apart from their childhood friendships, and sometimes it happens very abruptly. She made the decision to have a child at a very young age. That's a life-changing thing, and it makes sense that she's giving up a lot of things that people experience in their 20s. The problem is that she expected her entire group of friends to give up the same things to accommodate her, and reacted coldly when you all continue to live your lives the same way most people do in their early 20s. It sounds like you guys made a lot of concessions for her over the past 2 years. And if she can't appreciate that, you're probably better off without her. And I could not agree more. Okay, that's the end of the story. So sad to hear the relationship ended over that. Hopefully that friend can get some help and realize her mistake and can reconcile with her friends. So why don't you guys sound off in the comments and tell me what you think. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.